This video is going to be about my side hustle in 2020 and basically how I got everything started. I'm going to be taking you guys along with me. Now, as you guys can clearly see, I don't have everything together, so this is not like I've already done it, so let me show you guys how to do it. No, I'm currently in the process of doing it right now. And this video is like one of many videos that I will be doing to take you guys along the journey with me. Now, I am looking at notes. I have a bunch of stuff scattered everywhere, so if you see me diverting my eyes, I'm looking at my notes trying to figure out what I'm gonna say next. So, why I want to do this side hustle? I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. That's simple. Simple. I want to get rich. Nah, I'm kidding. I mean, yes, the money would be nice, but in all honesty, I cannot talk straight. I am a college student. I go to a university in California, and in this economy, you need a side hustle, 2 full-time jobs, and a little fraud on the side. Now, I've chosen the more legal way of the two, the more socially acceptable. I do work part-time, but it's not enough. Like, yes, my bills are paid, but like barely, you know? So like I said, I'm a college student, so I'm like broke. I mean like broke. So I need a side hustle, and I would like to not like do something strange for a little bit of change, you feel me? So I'm going the entrepreneur route and starting my own business, cause man, let me tell you, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, as I'm pretty sure you guys are too. That's why you're watching the video. And you might be discouraged or overwhelmed. You don't know how to get started. And trust me, I was the same way, but I kind of just jumped in. I made a list. I started working everything out, and I'm going through the process right now. I want to say it's a business, not a side hustle, because that sounds a little bit more professional, you know, but yeah. I do have notes. I don't know if I said that already. I can't go off the top of my head. Otherwise, we'll be here all day with me rambling and telling side stories and stuff. So I'm trying to stay on track and not digress. So I did get overwhelmed with this side hustle because there's a lot of competition. There's so many people out here doing the same thing that I'm trying to do. Now, a lot of them have been successful and others have not been so successful. So I'll be successful because I got the confidence, you know. So we gonna rock with it. But yeah, what keeps me going, because I've thought about this for over a year now, and I never did it. I just let myself get overran, and I just shut down and everything, you know. And then I started thinking about it. When you go to the grocery store, how many breads do you see there? How many brands of bread? We got Wonder Bread, we got Country Time. There's so many companies producing the same thing, and they're all being bought. So that means if they can do it, I can do it too. There's more than enough to go around for everybody. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and get started with this thing. So let me go ahead and tell you guys what my side hustle is, because like I said, this is going to be a journal, like a video journal of stuff that I'm doing to get me through along the way. So my side hustle for the 2020 year, lip gloss and lashes, because I've tried a side hustle like 2 years ago. I did a clothing line. It didn't really work out for me. It flopped. One, I was trying to jump into a niche that I didn't know how to swim in. I wasn't familiar with the fashion industry. Like, I do not like shopping. So now that I look back on it, it's like, okay, but why would you have a clothing store? You don't even like shopping. You know, I was bound to fail from the start. And it got really expensive. I made a lot of mistakes, and I've written all that down, and that's for another video, but this is more like of an intro type thing. So yes, I'm already in the beauty niche. I'm already part of the beauty community. As you guys can see, I do hair, nails, makeup, things like that. And so I feel like I know a lot about that. Like, I know good skincare. I know good lashes. I know good lip gloss consistency. I'm already part of it, so I feel like I'll be more successful this time. So, like I said, there's a lot of girls that are doing this. Everyone's on that DIY train right now, and I'm just like, you know what? I can do that too. Now, I do have a list of how I started everything. There's a couple things that you need to do before you get started. One, you know what? I was going to save this for another video, but I feel like it already goes together, and I was trying to keep it short and concise, like under 5 minutes, but it's not gonna work. So the first thing that I did to even get started with this was make a to-do list, right? Get everything down on paper, because yes, I got a lot of ideas going on in my head, but if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. So I came up with a to-do list and the order in which I did things. I'm currently doing things. Now, that doesn't say it's necessarily the right way to do it. It's just the way that I'm doing it right now. So came up with a to-do list. First thing that you needed to do is pick a name. Now, this is really important for a number of reasons. Now, like I said, I'm in university right now. My major is graphic design, but I have taken a lot of business courses. And one of the things that we talk about all the time is copyright and licensing issues, right? So what was difficult for me was to come up with a name that no one already had, right? And that's pretty hard, because what hasn't already been done now? Like, again, we're already in 2020. Wow, 2020. Everything has already been done, names have already been picked. And it was so frustrating? I kept finding names that I liked that were already taken on Instagram. Like, okay, the domain was fine. The name wasn't trademarked, but when I go to secure my social media platform, the name is gone. It's been taken by somebody back in 2013 who hasn't posted anything. And it's like, really, dude, come on, that's a waste of a good name right there. I know you guys go through this too. Now, like I said, I am a designer, so there's a couple of different ways that I started to even come up with my name. One, brainstorming words that I like, adjectives, things that I felt like I wanted to accomplish, because I knew right away what I wanted to sell. Lashes and lip glosses. Now, it started out with lashes, glitters, and these highly pigmented colors, because I kept seeing them online and I didn't know where to find them. And I'm like, okay, well, as someone who practices beauty stuff, I need to know where to find this stuff, and I couldn't find it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just become my own supplier. Boom, problem solved, So yes, the first steps is finding your brand identity. What are you going to sell? Who are you going to sell it to? What's your target market, right? So for me, when I was doing the clothing line, I wanted to do plus size women, because I know there are a highly unrepresented or misrepresented group of people. And I think there's only like one or two places that really provide clothes for plus size women, but I kept hearing the same complaints. They were ugly, the material was trash, it was too expensive, and I was like, bet, I got you. Now, again, I wasn't part of the fashion market, so it didn't work for me. But with beauty, with I should say lashes and lip glosses and everything else that I plan to sell, it has no size, it has no gender. Anybody can wear it. Anybody loves a good pair of lashes. Anybody loves a good lip gloss, right? So these are the things that I kind of want to go after. I jumped all over the place. So yes, what you're selling, who you're selling it to, your target market, things like that, your name. Now, how I came up with my name, I'm not going to tell you my name, just in case you guys got more money than I do and you guys go trademark the name before I can get a chance to even open up my store. I'm going to keep that on hush hush real quick. So what I did to come up with my name is, one, brainstorming. I just threw words together that I liked, see if they fit, see if they sounded cool. No, not really. Okay, back to the drawing board. I would use like name generators. Now, some of them were kind of cool. Most of them are really like cliche and tacky and like really cheesy, like a third grader came up with them. But it opened up my mind to other like descriptive words that I wanted to use. And if I couldn't find the specific word I wanted, it didn't sound right, or it was already taken on Instagram or Twitter, or the domain was taken or something. So I started to look up synonyms, words with the same meaning, that sounded cooler. Because sometimes you have a word in mind and then you Google it or something like that, and you find another word that means the exact same thing, but it sounds better, it sounds smarter. Hashtag Google knows everything. So yeah, that was what I did. I came up with a name that I liked, and it took me a very, very long time to do that. Like, this is not something you can just, oh yeah, I got a name already, because trust, best and believe, somebody has had that same idea and it's already taken on Instagram. It's already taken as a domain name. It's already been licensed, you know? So after you get your name going, right, you figured out your name, you know what you're selling, who you're selling to. Next thing, you need to secure an email. After you secure your email, then you can start going after your social media pages. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But next thing is brand representation. What's your logo? What does it look like? You know, does your logo fit your product? Does it fit your target market? You know, so you have to think about things like images, the type, the color, the scale. You know, a lot of people just find images on Google and they're just, okay, cool, yeah, I like this. Okay, that's cool, but what was the quality of that image, right? What has that image been copyrighted? Because then you'll get into some trouble. You know, I was taking some business classes and they talk about things that, like a cease and desist. So let's say a company with the same name who registered that same, you know, name in that same field did it a couple years ago, and they find out that you start making money using that name. Now what they can do is send you a cease and desist. So that tells you, stop all production right now. This is your final warning. Other people will be like, you know what? You're gonna pay me for everything that you made. All that money that you made, give it to me because you used my name. I have proof. We can go to a judge. I don't want to sue you. Blah blah blah. You know. So you got to think about that. Is your logo gonna be just text like Forever 21? Is it gonna be a symbol in text like Nike, or is it just gonna be a mark? You know. Like I don't know the political correctness, the politically correct way, to say this, about type. So Forever 21's type is uniform. It's universal, right? They can go in the women's market or they can go in the men's market. And when I say that, I mean on the grand scale of things. I know we have some social issues that's going on right now, but before that was even a thing, right? So like Charlotte Russe, when you think of their text, they're going for a specific vibe. You know, it's very flowy, it's very thin and airy and feminine and things like that. So you have to think about who you're trying to reach. Does it match the culture that you're trying to appeal to, you know? Scalability, that's another thing. Like, yes, you might come out with a cool logo or a cool image or whatever, but it's really small, right? You gotta think big. How does that logo look on a business card, on your phone, on a website, on a big poster, on a thank you card, right? Once you start scaling things up and things get wonky, things get pixelated, things get blurry, you don't want that. Presentation is everything. Like I said, I am a designer, so I've already got my logo. I've already got my business cards. I've already got my thank you cards. So I've been thinking about this for a long time, like I said. So after you have all that together, I would think about your website hosts. That doesn't mean create the website right now, but you know, start thinking about it. Browse to see who offers you the best price. Now, another mistake that I made when I was doing my clothing line, not that I knocked them, because they were a great service. Shopify, great. They have so many software integrations that are just used for the consumer's convenience, and not only that, the seller's convenience at that too, you know. But it was $30 a month, and that's a lot for somebody who was not making no sales, you know. And that was one problem. I'm gonna retouch that later on. Yeah, you gotta think about how are you gonna pay for all of this stuff. Who charges the most? Shopify was like $30. E-COMMERECES, I think they had one for like 21. I seen another one like 14. You know, so you gotta think about that, which is why I said don't necessarily start the website. Just be thinking about it, you know. And that's what I did anyway. You can even use Etsy. I know they have a really good service. They don't charge you a monthly fee like the rest of these people, but they do charge a percentage on each item that you list, and then they charge a percentage after each purchase or whatever, something like that. Start small. Yeah, start small. Again, I already knew what kind of products I wanted, but it didn't start off like that. So in the beginning, like I said, I wanted to do lashes and I wanted to do pigments, right? And then I thought about glitter because I keep seeing all these chunky glitters. I'm like, oh, I want that. Where can I find that? I can only find fine glitter, which is cool, but that's not what I wanted. So again, I was going to become my own supplier. Then I started seeing videos about lip glosses and body shimmers and all these other products. I'm like, you know what? I could do that. Because lashes, you have to outsource. You have to buy it from somewhere else, get it to you, and then you resell it. Okay, cool. That's what commerce is. But lip gloss and body shimmers, that's stuff that can be made at home. And I'm a huge DIYer. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got that in the bag. So you need to start to research what you need for these products, right? Research vendors if you're buying stuff that can't be made at home, like lashes, for instance. Now, I won't tell you who I chose as a vendor, but I can tell you places where you can start. Alibaba, you can find wholesalers, you can find vendors on AliExpress. They're really good. Prices vary, quality varies, so I always recommend getting samples. Like these lashes were potential product. Don't really like them, so this is a no. But there are people out there who have little businesses where they will offer you a kit of vendors that you gotta pay for. And like I said, I'm a college student, so I'm broke. Why would I pay somebody to do something, to do research for me, when I could do it myself for free? Right? Yeah. So, yes, after you get your vendors, you want to start getting samples. Some offer discounted samples, not free, just discounted. Otherwise, you have to pay full price and you have to wait for it to get there. And, depending on who you go through, I have a couple people through Etsy, wholesalers that I buy from. And then if you're making stuff at home, where do you get your materials for like lip gloss, your shimmers and stuff like that, right? So for lip glosses, the base, like the gel, I get it from TBK. Yes, TBK Trading. They are a distributing company out of my hometown, Oakland, California. Whoop whoop, town business. And a lot of people use them. A lot of people have really good reviews for them. Now, I don't get all of my product for them because the quantity you get versus the price, I can beat it somewhere else. As far as like my pigments go, the base, I'll go to TKB Trading because they're trusted. But as far as pigments, I can get that anywhere. I don't have to pay an arm and a leg for that. Now as far as like purified water, your flavored oils, your scented oils and things like that, I'm gonna go to Walmart. Walmart, Target, Costco if they got it, maybe even Amazon, wherever my dollar can go the furthest, because again, all of this stuff is coming out of my pocket. We'll talk about that later on. And yeah, as far as my lip glosses go, me personally, I have not made any sample batches yet. I do have my packaging and my tubes and my brushes and all of that. I just haven't done it yet. School just started and I'm kind of like, so like I said, I'm taking things very, very slow. The first time I did this, I bombed because I rushed through everything. Like I did everything. Like I said I was gonna make a store, and like a month later I had it done, which is cool, but there was a lot of mistakes that I made. So this time around, I'm not gonna do that. Now, you got your products you want to sell, your target market. You researched where you're gonna get your stuff from. You've tested their quality. You're okay with it. Okay, cool. What do you do next? What's your price point? How much are you selling it for? How much are you getting it from your vendor? How much are they charging you to ship it to you? How much are you going to charge your customer? Right? Without being greedy. the general rule of thumb, you at least want to make double what you spent. General rule of thumb, right? Because I see some people, they bought it for like 50 cents and they're selling it for like $20. And I'm like, I'm not paying $20 for a lip gloss. I'm sorry. No. I'll pay $20 for a couple lip glosses, meaning more than one. One for $20? Who do I look like to you? I cannot afford it. There's no shame in my game. I cannot afford that kind of stuff. Which is why I want to make my own. I want to make quality product that's affordable for other college students like me, because we are literally living off of financial aid, which is a little bit after you pay for housing, after you pay for your dorm, after you pay for tuition and all that. You left with chump change. Like, the noodle game is real. So yes, price points, that's something that I'm still working out right now. I do want to make a profit, but it's not all about the money, so I'm okay with making a quarter of my money back. I don't necessarily have to do double, triple, quadruple times the money that I spent, because I feel like that's being a little bit greedy. Now, if you can get away with that, go ahead, boo-boo, but I got morals. I can't do that. I'm a frugal person, so I know there are other frugal people out there like me, so yes. So now you think you got your price point where you want them to be. Cool. Have you thought about packaging? How are you going to ship your stuff? What is it going to be like? Are you going to put it in a box? Is it going to be in a little baggie, one of them cheap Amazon bags, or one of the cheap little things when you get stuff from China? Like, no, you don't want to ship it like that. You want it to be presentable. Again, presentation is everything. So, are you putting your lip glosses in individual bottles? How are you going to package your lashes? How are you going to present your, I'm sorry, I saw something and I'm distracted. How are you going to present your shimmers, or your body lotion, or your bath bombs, or your necklaces, or whatever you choose to make as your side hustle? Like I said, the lash game is my side hustle. The lash game is my side hustle because I'm already part of it. I don't know how to do bath bombs, but that might be something coming up in the future. You'll never know. Yes, I digress. Packaging. What does it look like? What's the size? How much are you getting for each package? You know, if you're doing lashes, are you doing the box trays? Are you doing the circle trays? Questions, right? And then you might think, okay, I want the specific box, and then it's more expensive than what you thought. So now you have to readjust your price point. You have to readjust your pricing, because you want to make sure that whatever you're charging your customer charges the product, it covers the product, and it covers the packaging that you also bought. Now, you can get customized packaging and things like that. That costs more money. But again, research your vendors, research the places that you're getting your stickers from, your labels from, and all that. Like I said, I design my own, so I don't got to worry about that. Now, shipping packages. How are you going to do that? Are you using the USPS box? Are you going to have a little bubble wrap? Are you going to have like little sheer net things? Again, all of that costs money, and that needs to be factored in your product pricing. So yes, you might think you have a set price, and then you go, to put it in the box, and the box is like $15, and then shipping is another, so you got to take all of these things into consideration. And the reason why I put packaging after pricing is for that reason. You might think the pricing sounds good until you move on to the next step, and you're like, nah, we got to readjust. So, next up, shipping. Shipping is so expensive. Oh my God. So I haven't gotten to this step yet, because I haven't figured out the best place that offers shipping to me. But everywhere I look, it's like $10, $15 for shipping. Why does Forever 21 get like $2 shipping? Like, that's crazy. I mean, they're a big business, so they probably struck a deal with whoever their shipping carrier is, but you gotta think about that too. Like, the cheapest one I found was maybe around $8, and that's a wee bit high. Like, if I was buying something from a website and they said the shipping is $8, I'm not buying. But what you can do is you go 50-50. The customer will pay half of the shipping price, and then you cover the other half. So you only charge them $4 shipping, $5 shipping, and you cover the rest out of your pocket. Now you're going to make all of that back, but this is something to think about, which is again why I said you have to readjust your pricing, because I didn't know shipping was $8. I'm so used to paying $2, $3, $4, $5 for shipping, and all of a sudden it jumped to $8, and I'm in California. I'm sending to California, so I can just imagine what it's like sending to New York. But I think there's a way around that, but yeah. So again, does your price point match your packaging? Does your price point match your shipping? If it doesn't, go back and readjust. If it does, all right, you're good. Next thing is labels. That I can be labeling your packages, shipping labels. You might want to put little label stickers on your lip glosses and stuff like that. Maybe a little sticker on your eyelashes. Those are things to think about. You can get you a label maker. You can go to a website and they have like a whole software where you can design your own label there. You buy the paper, print it out, boom, it's the stickers. I know there is a company, I think it's called Avery. I don't know, I haven't gotten that far yet. And I know they offer like a service like that, but like I said, I haven't gotten there yet. You also have to think in mind, your labeling sizes will differ on the product. I'm not going to use the same size label for my lip gloss that I am my shimmer. I'm not going to use the same label for my eyelash for my lip gloss. Completely different sizes, completely different shapes at that. So that's another thing to think about. And then shipping labels as well. That goes along with shipping, because I think some places give you a discount if you do shipping labels at home. Other places charge more. Sometimes it's cheaper just to go to the post office, but who has time for that? So the next thing after you talk about your packaging, your shipping, your labels, your money management plan. Where's this money coming from? Where's your startup money coming from? How are you getting the startup money? Did you save up for it? Are you doing Uber for it? Are you doing Postmates? You know, how much is it going to cost you to do a launch? How much is it going to cost you? Like, you have to price everything. Like me, So me, I have a breakdown of how much each thing is going to cost me in a specific category. So I'm going to be launching 9 lashes, and I need to know how much, first of all, how much is 9 lashes going to cost? One of each. How much is 10 lashes of each going to cost? How much is that going to cost me to get it shipped to me? The packaging. How much am I going to charge shipping? All of that. You need to think about all of these things, right? Yeah, and for lip glosses, I need to be pricing the materials for each thing. The materials for the base, the flavored oil, the scented oil, the tubes, the shipping, the box it's going to come in, all of that. So it doesn't have to be an expensive startup thing, but yes, it does take some money to get started. I don't even think I'm at $100 yet and how much I spent, because right now all I have is my tubes, but these are, I don't know if I'm set on these yet because the sizing, I don't know, I gotta see. Now I'm still waiting on my lash samples to come in the mail, so we're gonna see how that goes. Forgot what I was talking about. How you gonna pay for everything? Can you afford to launch everything you want that first time? I know I can't. So like I said, I wanted to do lashes, 3 different types of lip glosses at that. The glitter gloss, the nude gloss, and the shimmer gloss. I wanted to do neon pigments. I wanted to do 17 types of chunky glitter. That way I cover every color in the spectrum. But I can't afford to do all of that right now. So I have to start with a select amount, see how that does, and then move forward. You know, because like I said, when I did the clothing line, I spent a lot of money up front and I didn't make any sales. I made like maybe 3, but it wasn't enough to keep me afloat, that's for sure. So this time around, I'm going to be starting a lot smaller. After you figured out where you're gonna get this money from, and you figured out how much it's gonna cost you. Before you start buying anything, don't buy anything yet. Just get everything priced out. How are you gonna market yourself? What makes your business stand out from everyone else? Once you get your website up and running, you got your Instagram, you got your Twitter, you got whatever social media platform you choose to be on, how are people gonna find you? Are you gonna pay for ads? What are you doing? Are you doing promotions? So what I've come up with: pop-ups, brand ambassadors, influencers, bundles, giveaways, promotional incentives, collabs, and pre-orders. Now, that doesn't mean I'm gonna do everything. These are just ideas. Write it down so you don't forget. Moving on. By this time, when you get to your marketing phase, you should have been taking pictures of your products already. You should have your samples done already. That way you have something to post on your platforms, because there's nothing that I hate most than for people to hit me up on my makeup Instagram. They DM me and they try to follow me and all of these things, but they don't have nothing posted on their page. And it's like, no, stop being a weirdo. Like, I'm following someone who doesn't have anything back. That's creepy. You're a ghost, you know? You need to start getting some product on your page. You need to have something circulating, you know? You need to be trying to gain followers. You need to revisit your website to make sure it's up and running, it's functional, it's easy to use, it's visually pleasing. Have you guys seen Forever 21's latest website? My God, it is spam in your face. It's so much. Like, no, slow down. My website is gonna be simple. It's gonna be clean. It's not gonna have a whole bunch of pop-ups. I hate that so much. And then it'll slow your computer down, especially if you're running on school Wi-Fi. So, do you have any broken links? So you need to be checking out your website. You can let a friend check it out before you publish it. They can go in and out, make sure everything connects to each other. I did take a computer science class. I did do coding, and it's such a pain if there's a link broken, because the whole thing goes down. So you need to make sure all of that is said and done before you make it public. Do yourself a favor. Now, as far as customer engagement goes, you need to be transparent with your customers. Stuff that you allow, stuff you don't allow. If there is a no return policy, you need to clearly state that, and it needs to be visible at a number of different pages: the home page, the visiting page, the checkout page, and on the receipt. No refunds. For me, for sanitary reasons, if you use a lip gloss and you give it back to me, what am I gonna do with it? I can't give it to somebody else, you know? So, do you offer tracking numbers if customers order from you? How's your customer service? Are you responsive? They're like, I see a lot of bad reviews in companies where customers didn't get their orders, or they ask a question on the timeline and no response, or the seller is like really rude. So you need to think about that. Are you guys going to be doing those email updates where they send you out a promotional thing every 2 weeks or every week or every day like some companies? I'm not doing that. Because I hate spam emails. I don't even open them. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. So also, will you be offering like free shipping campaigns, or, oh, get a free gift with a purchase over blah, 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 blah? These are things that you can be doing to retain your customers. You know, you don't want them to have abandoned carts. Now, the last thing that you need to be asking yourself and to be making sure is in check before you open is how you gonna get your check. How you getting paid? Are you accepting Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, PayPal? A lot of people love PayPal because they feel secure. They don't have to. It's like some special security thing with PayPal. A lot of people like to use them. So you need to be looking at that. How does your checkout page look? Is everything set? I would do a sample buy, like you buy from yourself, just to see how everything runs, so you can see what your customers are seeing. Because a lot of times on the seller, you only look at it from your point of view, but you need to look at it from the flip side, you know. Last thing, you need to go ahead and double check that everything is working. You need to go revisit your website, revisit all of your products, the names right, coding's right, prices are right, shipping time is right, all of that before you even go public, because let me tell you. So that's basically my rundown on my 2020 hustle. Like I said, some things I've gotten started. I haven't done everything on this list yet. This was just the list that I made as I was thinking about everything. If I forgot something, or if you have more information in one area than I do, please let me know. Put it in the comments below. Help me secure that bag. Help this college student out, because I am so tired of eating top ramen noodles. But yes, like I said, I do have some other videos that are be coming up. They're gonna follow up with the process that I've made so far. I'm gonna be showing you guys basically everything. I'm not gonna hide anything from you guys on how I do my business, except the name. That's the only thing you will not know. You might see the logo, but you will not see the name. But yes, that has been real. That is my side hustle for 2020. I'll catch you guys later on the next one, and check out my other videos. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the family. And yeah, let's get this bag.